It's your first big press tour where you got to do a million
Yeah,
interviews.
dude, I have. Everyone's like, yeah, the press tour will be really fun. You'll really enjoy it.
William, we're ready.
It's the work
Dude,
part.
I am so tired right now. It's unreal. I have literally had not half a second of myself.
Well,
Yeah.
all right. We'll jump back into the work part of the work. So, what did you want your Spider-Man not to be, first of all?
The same as what we've seen before. You know, it was important to me to make sure that this was a new version of the character. I didn't want audiences to go to the cinema and see what they've already seen. I'd kind of feel like a bit of a thief. But yeah, no, I'm very happy with what we created. I think it's something very new and fresh, and I think audiences are really gonna like it.
I mean, when we're looking at this character, you're digging back into the early days of Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
The 60s, like Stan Lee, Steve Ditko type of stuff. Did you dig into those early comics to try to get a feel for the character and where he came from?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I went all the way back. The comics that I connected with most was the Ultimate Spider-Mans, and they were just the most modern and the most sort of the ones that I related to most. So I used those as influence for my version of the character. But you know, I definitely went way back and was stealing lines here and there for ad libs and stuff. And my phone is littered with screenshots of the comics that I use for cheat sheets.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that was missing, I think, in the last version of Spider-Man, he's not just a kid who's struggling for money, trying to live like a real person. He comes from means in those films. So did you feel that this film really connected with more of a guy who's just struggling to get by?
This is why I fell in love with the character as a kid, because you can relate to him. He's not a superhero in a sense where you're like, oh wow, he has a Lamborghini, I wish I had a Lamborghini. Yeah. He's a superhero who he has nothing, he's a kid. So it's a very interesting way to view a superhero, and something that I'm very excited to bring to the screen.
Did you try to create a wall between Peter Parker and Spider-Man?
A wall that could be very easily jumped over. I wanted the physicality of Peter Parker to be seen in Spider-Man. I often find that when you lose the face of an actor, when you put the mask on, you lose the character. All of a sudden it's a different character. So I wanted to have a physicality that would transcend into Spider-Man, so that you could tell it was me when I was in the costume.
Yeah, I mean, the physicality issue is interesting as well. Did you feel that you wanted Peter to feel like a loser? Is he a more confident version of what you've seen before?
He's definitely not more confident, but he's not a loser either. He is an awkward kid who struggles at school, but enjoys himself. He has his friends, but no, he's definitely I think he sort of sits in the middle of what Andrew and Toby did. He's like right in the middle.
So I've seen you retweeting some people dragging you on Twitter for being Zendaya's hype man. So is that role you enjoy?
Yeah, absolutely. I can think of way worse jobs. Damn.
Absolutely.